Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. For those who are new here, let me quickly fill you in. My sister and I have been on a trip around the world with our third musketeer, little Noah, whose main contribution to the vlog are cute sounds like this one. We already finished a 30-day road trip in the States from San Francisco to Texas, and we went camping in Kauai, Hawaii for 10 days, which I highly recommend. Now we have arrived in Australia. Get ready for lots of arnars and Aussie impressions. In this vlog, we are road tripping into the bush from Sydney to Tocumwal. I take you guys along on this scenic 7-hour drive on the Hume Highway and the Grand Pacific Drive. You'll get to be a part of a few stops along the way and some interesting conversations between me and my twin. So stay tuned.
Alright, we've departed!
Driving on the wrong side of the road and I'm sitting in the wrong side of the car.
Yeah, that's already very confusing. And the pedals are all turned around, so...
No, they're not turned around.
Yeah, they aren't?
No, they aren't.
Oh, okay, they're not.
That would be super confusing.
And we're driving through Sydney, and we're gonna try and, get out ASAP of the city. But Caroline is a champ, man, and our car is a little bit smaller than the last cars we've had, and it's very comfortable. And he actually upgraded us.
So I can't only imagine what the other car was.
Yeah. And yeah, so here we go. So I don't know if we already spoke about this, but we're actually gonna drive to Tocumwal, which is how I would say it, but I guess Tocumwal? Tocumwal?
To come on wall.
Tocumwal. We're going there. A friend of our dad's, George, lives there. He's like one of my dad's best friends, so we're meeting him there. Middle of nowhere type of town,
Like a hole.
I wouldn't call it a hole. But just, like a little bit of a random place. Okay, so of all the trips that you can do from Sydney to Melbourne, one is the coastal road, one is the Princess Highway. We're taking Hume Highway, the M31, which is arguably the most boring route ever. Caroline's just sitting there idly thinking, I'm not going to put any of this information in.
No, I will. Straight?
Okay, straight. George?
Wait.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It is what it is.
No, we're doing Pacific.
Yeah, we're doing a little part of the Pacific. Relax. Okay.
Why? Why are you changing the plan? Yeah, but why do you change the plan?
There's no plan changed. Oh my god, seriously. The tyranny, guys, help me. # save Cara. Okay. Moving on.
Shut up.
But what will be fun is that this will be a very random road trip. We'll see like random sites that no one ever gets to see. Which, well, not no one, but
And don't go there.
But it's fun. Come on, you gotta enjoy the weirdness of it.
Okay. And a weird road trip it was indeed, you'll see. So we decided to take the scenic route to Tocumwal, and which better way than a combination of the Hume Highway, which is the M31, one of Australia's major interstate highways, and the Grand Pacific Drive. So for the first bit of this road trip, we passed through the Royal National Park just outside of Sydney. This park is one of Australia's oldest and is known for its rugged cliffs, endless eucalyptus forests, and hidden beaches. The moment we entered, the scenery became calming and serene, and with the windows cracked open a bit, we could really smell that distinct, fresh, earthy scent of eucalyptus. The experience was nothing short of refreshing, and I highly recommend taking this route if you're going from Sydney to Melbourne.
Good day.
Good day. Good day. Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
At a certain point, we reached the Grand Pacific Drive, which had some stunning scenic stop points. One of the highlights is, of course, the famous Sea Cliff Bridge. This iconic bridge is a must-see, sweeping gracefully over the ocean, hugging the rugged cliffs while offering dramatic views of the endless Pacific coastline. This bit of the road trip actually reminded me a lot of the Coastal Highway 1 in California, with the rugged beauty of the Big Sur, with a vast ocean on one side, dramatic cliffs on the other side. If you're into road tripping and scenic highways, I recommend you see my other vlog about the Highway 1 by clicking the link above.
How are you feeling?
I mean,
it looks prettier from like a distance,
it looks much prettier from a distance. From close by, it's kind of like you're on it, so you can't really see anything,
So, what's her ETA on gas?
Well, we're gonna be at gas in an hour and 40 minutes. Just about.
So
making headway, Kat.
Making headway for real.
She's hoping to spot a kangaroo in the meantime.
Yeah.
Right?
Probably not on the road. Anyways, anyways, we've decided to do a midway break. And yes! And the road is beautiful. Anyways, see y'all in yes! I'm saying the first one to see a kangaroo gets something.
The honor and pride.
Alright, or like $10. I don't know, you know, it's fine. The first one to see the kangaroo
Wins it.
takes the kangaroo home.
Takes the kangaroo home.
Hurrah!
I want to see a baby Joey.
Yeah, me too.
Or I guess it's just a Joey, because it's kind of like saying baby, baby.
I guess.
What's the difference though? Does a male kangaroo not have a pouch?
It's a good question. So far, not many roos. Well, dead ones, but roadkill roos, if you will. I mean, honestly, I thought we'd be tripping over kangaroos.
Seriously? Where are you?
But yeah, no, really, it's more cows than kangaroos in this country.
Have you ever heard of Aussie beef? Like, when he gives, is it a thing?
Well, you know that when we went to the McDonald's, it said Aussie beef, so I have heard of Aussie beef, but it was like recently.
It was literally like an hour ago.
Anyways.
Do they eat kangaroo here? Is there such a thing as kangaroo meat?
I guess.
And should we try it?
Yeah, let's ask
Let's try kangaroo meat with and then Vegemite.
Well, not together. That sounds disgusting.
Not together. Because I can imagine that meat of a kangaroo is pretty gamey, you know?
Gamey.
Like tough.
Yeah, I know what that means.
Just try and educate. Yes!
Yes!
We're having breakfast now in Yes!
Which is actually pronounced yes.
In Australia.
A little bit less dramatic.
And we're gonna continue the drive to Tocumwal, which is about 4.5 hours, right? 4 hours.
And there's like 2 random sites en route.
Perfect, 2 random sites, so that sounds lovely. Wish us luck!
See you there!
Yes, big girl.
So we departed from Sydney bright and early, so we're actually having a late breakfast here. I would probably call it brunch. Also, I needed frequent breaks because Queen Cara over here doesn't like to drive. But then again, I also prefer to drive, so there's really no shade there. So yeah, frequent stops are necessary. After this town, we drove for another hour and stopped at Gundai for another cup of coffee.
Yeah. Can't have coffee because there's been a crime. This is it. And apparently that place got broken into this morning at 3 a.m. So here I got a little preview of Australia's finest at work, like a proper crime scene investigation. They were even trying to lift prints of the doors. It was all very CSI. In the meantime, Noah was doing what babies do best, seeking danger, being a bit unruly and sitting in the dirt, of course. But it's also a well-deserved playtime stop for little Noah. He really is a champ, especially during these long drives. But the reason why we're here was not only for coffee, but also this statue. There was this guy, all right? And he had a wagon which was being trailed by bullocks or something, which I think are bulls. Bullocks?
Yeah, bullocks.
Does it say
It
that?
says over
Okay,
there,
we'll go film that.
Anyways,
Hold the Noah that he doesn't run out of cars.
His thing got stuck, and he tried to take it out, but then his yoke broke. So I don't know what that is.
The fuck? It sounds very Humpty Dumpty.
And then he took off to go get help or like find a way to solve. And then he came back, and there was a dog sitting on his tucker box. And his tucker box is a place where you apparently keep your food. So couldn't get his wagon out. His food was being sat on, you know. And that's the funny story. It's a funny incident, apparently.
Okay. They weren't lying.
We were doing a bunch of random stops on the way. It's funny, we randomly ended up there because Gundai is actually a quintessential Aussie country town. It's not only famous for the dog on the Tucker Box monument, but also because of the Prince Albert Bridge and the devastating 1852 flood and its association with Australian folklore and bushrangers. But then as we veered more inland, we entered what can only be described as Australia's vast nothingness. Miles and miles of rolling hills, open plains and dry grassland. The true Australian outback. Yet another stop.
Yet another stop is waiting, and it's in Holbrook.
A cultural pit stop,
and it
if
is
you will.
equally random as the last stop, and we're now 10 minutes away. So stay tuned, because Caroline has no idea what it is. It's gonna be a surprise.
This one, oh wow.
Oh, look at that. You like it, huh?
What is that? A submarine.
It's a submarine.
Did it just end up here? Or?
Again, I don't know the history. I'm just choosing the sites.
Please, run off, little boy. All right.
Wow!
Wow.
What do you think?
It's pretty crazy, Kat.
Come up, let's
I'm not
go!
sure what this is. Oh, it's a submarine history museum.
Yeah, it's a submarine, duh, can't you tell?
No, I know that.
But I did tell you that this would be most random, but I'm providing. The Hume Highway, it doesn't have much, but it has a random submarine.
All right. Rules, right? Use this outdoor area with caution. Maximum of 10 people allowed. Wash your hands before and after climbing the thing. Assume the person before you has the virus.
The virus. The virus. What a post-apocalyptic world we live in for someone to write that down.
This museum is a unique stop for travelers interested in Australia's naval history. The museum is centered around a decommissioned Oberon-class submarine with its massive hull displayed in the heart of Holbrook. Visitors can explore the exterior of the submarine and learn about the life of submariners through exhibits at the Holbrook Submarine Museum.
Alright.
What an interesting stop! First it's a dog statue, and then it's a half-buried submarine. What's next?
I was like so underwhelmed with my...
This vlog is gonna be weird shit to see from Sydney to Tocumwal.
Did you like that stop car?
Car, I loved it. Such a weird thing. Fantastic. It's going on the vlog.
Most random. Let's see what else I got up my sleeve.
Now, I've always had an idea of what inland Australia or the bush must have looked like, imagining kangaroos hopping around everywhere in abundance, but the reality was vastly different. The first 100 kangaroos I saw were all dead on the side of the road. Anyways, so much for my dream being brought to life, I guess. But yeah, apparently kangaroos aren't the most clever animals and gladly will jump in front of a moving car at any time for no rhyme or reason. All I want to see is a kangaroo, not a dead one.
Where are they? Where are they?
It's like I don't know, it's like they're only trying to kill themselves. Maybe they're suicidal. Anyways. Next up is my stay in Tocumwal, this super relaxed country town, and I actually get to see live kangaroos for the very first time. As always, guys, please like this video and drop a comment if you can. Ciao!